Sawadee Krap, I'm JP Mestanza. It's Monday, April 5th. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket. Visit them on Facebook. 40 new COVID-19 cases have been traced back to several bars and nightlife venues in Bangkok's Ekamai and Dong Lo districts, while a cluster of cases were found at a prison in Deep South, including 7 inmates from Phuket. Let's start in the south, as 112 officers and inmates were confirmed infected with COVID-19 at the Narathiwat prison. 7 of them from Phuket, all females. They've been sent for quarantine for 14 days in Surat Thani prison. Meanwhile, in Bangkok, officials confirmed 40 cases were traced back to several bars and pubs, with reports saying that 21 cases were found at one bar alone, Crystal, in Dong Lo, and more were spread out across several venues in that district and in Ekamai. Some were also found in the Chatuchak area as well, about 3 cases. The Bangkok Metropolitan Administration urged people who went to any of the venues since March 25 to go to its COVID-19 website to conduct an assessment or call the number below. Officials are calling on nightlife business operators to comply strictly with social distancing measures to help prevent an outbreak, but stress that the transmissions so far have been under control. Meanwhile, one new COVID-19 death in Thailand over the weekend. She was a 29-year-old woman with an enlarged heart and Down syndrome. She's the latest Thai casualty infected with COVID-19. The death toll is now 95. In addition, the Japanese ambassador to Thailand has been confirmed infected with COVID-19 and is currently being treated at a hospital in Bangkok. His condition is improving. No other details on that were available. 194 cases were confirmed today. The new total is now 29,321 for the kingdom, including cases over the weekend. 95% of total patients have recovered. The Tourism Authority of Thailand, the TAT, has announced a full list of the requirements for vaccinated international arrivals to enter Phuket under the reduced quarantine measures, which came into effect last week. Vaccinated foreign tourists who want to enter Phuket must present documented proof, like a printout or original certificate showing that they received 2 doses of a vaccine recognized by the World Health Organization. In addition, they need a medical certificate with a lab result indicating that COVID-19 is not detected using RT-PCR method, issued no longer than 72 hours or 3 days before departure. Also, they need a certificate of entry issued by a Thai embassy or consulate, a valid visa or re-entry permit, and health insurance policy with minimum $100,000 US coverage. Upon arrival at the Phuket International Airport, tourists will be required to undergo a COVID screening, including PCR tests, and download the specific track and trace applications to ensure that they only visit the designated areas. A list of TAT approved vaccines can be found in the link in the description. From now until June 30th, international arrivals to Phuket who have been vaccinated can quarantine for 7 days. Those with no vaccine, quarantine 10 days. This is reduced down from the 14-day quarantine. On July 1st, Phuket will be the only province in Thailand to accept vaccinated international arrivals with no quarantine, all with valid documents. This does not include arrivals from 11 African countries with certain mutated virus variants, as announced by the Public Health Office. Travelers are recommended to inquire at the Royal Thai Embassy or Consulate in their home country for more details. Phuket Extra Bear back after this. For the best mosquito screens available in Thailand, contact PVCPhuket on Facebook today. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. The Administrative Court has agreed to consider a petition lodged by a group of consumer watchdogs over the Trade Competition Commission's decision to approve the merger of CP Retail Development Co. and Tesco Thailand. In November, the TCC approved the CP-Tesco deal but imposed certain conditions, including a 3-year ban on acquisitions in the same sector in a bid to cushion any impacts that the sale would cause. Led by the Foundation for Consumers, the network of 37 consumer advocacy groups filed the petition on March 14th, urging the court to issue an injunction to prevent possible negative impacts on consumers, saying it would create a monopoly for CP. The TCC disagreed in their approval and said that even though the sale would significantly reduce competition in the Thai retail sector, it won't have an adverse impact on the economy. Charoen Pokpan Group, or CP Group, is Thailand's largest private company and one of the largest conglomerates in the world. The CEO of which, Danin Cheravanant, is Thailand's richest man. CP Group owns 7-Eleven Thailand, True Corp, Siam Macro, and many other businesses. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. The Phuket International Veterans Association is calling for people to make donations of essential items to help the flood of Myanmar refugees crossing the border in northern Thailand. The situation at this stage appears to be brewing into a humanitarian crisis, according to Steve Pierce, a founder of the International Veterans Association, as hundreds of refugees have crossed the border at Mae Hong Son province as a result of the violence in the neighboring country. To learn how to help, visit the link in the description or the International Veterans Association Phuket Facebook group. And that's it for Phuket Extra today, brought to you by PVCPhuket. Visit them on Facebook. Join us again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.